Now we're going. Yeah, now we're going.
Yep, okay.
Yeah.
Hi everybody, my name's Meg. I'm a holistic therapist of about 20 years and a midwife as well. And today we talked about you are what you eat. And it's also trying to keep the cost down on nutritious foods because the cost of living is so ridiculous at the moment. So first question, is breakfast the most important meal of the day? Who's heard breakfast like a king, lunch like a queen and tea like a pauper? Yes and no. If you are doing intermittent fasting, then no, but we'll cover that another time. For diabetic, it would be important. School kids, people going out to work, probably is important to have a protein and a filled breakfast. So most people will probably eat toast or cereals for breakfast. Okay, most people. What about you guys? Or do you skip breakfast?
I have been experimenting a bit, but switching out as much carbohydrate and protein as I can lately. It used to be muesli or
Yes, yeah. And we are led to believe that muesli packet or muesli is healthy, and it is if you make your own, because there's sugar in everything, sugar in toothpaste, sugar in cheese, you can't escape it. And once you've eaten sugar, it tells the brain, I'm still hungry and I want more. That's why if you have sugary stuff and carbs, you don't actually always feel full. Carbs will fill you initially very quickly, and that's what makes you leave the table feeling full, but it doesn't actually satiate you for a particularly long time, and that's where we need our proteins and our high healthy fats. Right. So to maintain our health, mental health, weights, mental clarity, not feel that foggy, and to be full of energy, we need the high healthy fats, which are mono and polyunsaturated, which come from plants and animals. So that will include your oils, nuts, seeds, olives, avocado, mackerel, sardines, fish, legumes, and you can have a printout if you like of this to save you writing.
But no processed seed oil. So.
No, not the processed. So they are, well, I'll get onto that in a minute anyway, yeah. So where is that? Yeah, so the processed oils are hydrogenated, and they are made in a factory. And those oils, which are in most things, especially processed foods, packaged foods, what have you, they do lead to vascular damage, cellular damage, and if your cells are damaged, that leads to tissue damage, organ damage, etc., and causes inflammation. Inflammation causes all sorts of illnesses and ails, so like high blood pressure, autoimmune, aches and pains. So basically, if you get your diet right, your health should be okay. Your poop shouldn't actually smell, believe it or not. If you go to the toilet and your bowel motions actually smell, there's something really out of whack with your diet. And it's quite a disgusting thing to talk about. And actually, if it's that healthy, you shouldn't even need to wipe. There you go. So, or there's something wrong with your gut or the gut lining or something. Right, there we go. So, and low carb is great. Swapping out hybridized wheat, which is in everything, wheat is in everything. So I have just made a loaf of bread using lentils. And you can use quinoa and lentils and beans like chickpeas, black beans. You can make them for crackers, wraps. You can use them as muffins or as bread. Obviously, just like tweaking the recipes. I thought maybe sometime in the future we might do a recipe brainstorm, but not now. It's going to take up too much time to actually do it. Yeah. So our diet should contain protein, veg, salad, fruit, mainly a plant-based diet if possible. And everything is made in our gut. Our gut is our main area for our immune system, and for our moods, and where it will make serotonin and what have you. So what we put into our gut is really, really important. And I know that if I've been anywhere and had, I don't know, biscuits, cakes, crackers and what have you, when I've been out, I will suffer for a couple of days. I'm wiped out, I feel exhausted, because usually I'm quite clean. And so, and sometimes we do feel foggy and tired, and it's probably is because of our diet. Right, my cat. Where are they? We've talked about so some of the things with damaged tissues from hydrogenated oils and the wrong diet is, I've already mentioned, autoimmunes, and that includes things like diabetes, your heart, skin, psoriasis, depression, etc., etc. I am going to very quickly touch on water, okay, because it is important. Tap water, as we know, is highly chlorinated, and fluoridation is in now, isn't it, in here? Yeah. Now, I filled up a bucket this morning for the dogs because I drink Pure One water from Bonneton Avenue. The twice that size is $18. I filled up the dog water from the tap this morning outside, and it was quite aerated, and you could see the gas coming off there, which is actually quite scary. And another way of doing your own water is in big glass containers, not plastic, so big glass containers. You can put them outside in the sun, you can cover it something like that, or if there is a lid, just keep it ajar so that the gases can escape, and then structure your own water. And for women problems and actually male reproductive issues, you can do that on a full moon. If it's a clear sky, leave it out and make lunar water. That's great for your skin, it's great for drinking and what have you.
So you guys have a reverse osmosis filter, don't you?
So we have a
Reverse osmosis water filter?
we do.
Yeah, so that's awesome.
But I'm biking to work, so I'm drinking the water at work, which is tap water. So
Yeah, yeah. I've not been able to stomach it for years because of the smell. Pure One for some people takes some getting used to, but once you're sort of used to it, it's okay. Alrighty, so breakfast ideas. Anybody would like to chuck in their breakfast ideas? Hamish, what's your healthy breakfast go-to?
Whippets with molasses is my default
Right.
breakfast.
Yeah.
I find the whole grain thing, as long as I take my time,
Yeah,
I like eating it. A lot of
Yeah.
my problem has always been just rushing stuff.
yeah. So that works for you. So you're good with wheat, so that's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, I find whole grain.
Yeah.
Ideally it would be organic, but they actually stopped selling. They actually had organic wheat bix, but 2-3 years ago they stopped selling it, which I was gutted about.
Has anybody tried the gluten-free? I only know because I saw a woman literally carrying the other day the gluten-free wheat bix. I've never even.
I've tried it, but
I'm not
a.
But if you cope,
I'm not so fussed with the gluten-free thing. It's not an issue for me.
Stuart, you don't.
I can't digest vegetable protein.
Right.
So I have, my protein is mostly meat.
Yeah.
And so I do bone broth with a little bit
That's
of
right.
meat and a little bit of rice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when you do your bone broth, do you get the cheap bones, like the pork and beef bones, and do you fry them or anything first to caramelise them?
No.
Right.
It's not cheap to make broth now.
No, nothing is. So I get the cheap bones, I fry them a little bit with some herbs and what have you. So this isn't up for breakfast particularly. And
Well, I eat bone broth
Yeah.
twice a day.
good. And that's got the collagen in it, so which is awesome.
And I do one of those intermittent fasts where I have my whole meal within 8 hours.
Yeah.
And so that I'm fasting for the rest of the day, and I do that because I have less digestive problems if I do that. According to Dr. Mercola, that has an anti-inflammatory effect.
Fasting is really beneficial for your health. So
it's anti-inflammatory. It fights inflammation. Fasting, these little bacteria that run around in your gut, and they eat up all of the detritus.
I decided to start an intermittent fasting experience last week. I did one day. But I have to work out how I'm going to do it because it will mean that I won't have my bix until morning tea time and I'll be at work. So I can't prepare my protein porridge that I normally do at home. So I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do.
There are ways of working it out. It depends which way you want to go. And the great thing about intermittent fasting is that it's called autophagy, so your cells are starting to, bad cells and dying cells start eating each other, and it's good for weight loss, depression, not feeling foggy.
Interphagia cells, did you say?
Autophagy, yeah.
That's right.
So phagia is PHAGY.
That's when they run around eating up
Yeah.
all the bad stuff.